Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to play that song Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy, the one that David Bowie and Bing Crosby did together. I have prepared some sheet music for this, which is available with a click of a link down below. You can learn this with me right here in the tutorial without the sheet music, but having sheet music makes it a lot more handy, and I'm going to be referring to it a lot during these tutorials as well. So I've written this to be in the key of B flat major, which is the original key, so you can play along to the video during your practice or even when you finish the whole piece. And it matches up very nicely. I try to keep a lot of the nuances that were in the original song, but also making this very pretty for piano. If you have not yet listened to what the full song sounds like, I'll leave a link right here to actually it won't be here, it'll be up in the corner. One of these corners over here. You'll see a little banner and that will bring you to the video that shows you what this sounds like, and then come back here and I'm going to show you how to play the introduction today. All right, the first thing that I'm going to show you is those bell-like sounds you have in the right hand. This is something you find very common in Christmas music in particular, that you have these kind of either open fifths or sixths or very large chords up in the very high range of the piano. So we're starting off with a fifth between F and C, moving to a sixth between F and D, and jumping down to a fifth between B flat and F. Now there's no real magic trick on how to get from one place to another. So I would say that finger-wise, you could probably play this with 1 and 4 and 1 and 5. You can do this with 1 and 3 and 1 and 4, whatever feels comfortable for you. I kind of like going to the 5 because it gives me a little bit more room to stretch down, and maybe a 1 and a 3 with the B flat and the F. I think that kind of makes a sense for the least amount of jumping, but you do have to make a little bit of a leap. This next one's not so much of a leap. You have these descending sixths, G, E flat, F, D, and then a fifth between E flat and B flat. Maybe 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 3. Then we're going to repeat those two ideas. In the next line, you have F, C, F, D going down to B flat, F. So that's the whole right hand part. Here's what it sounds like in rhythm. A lot of the beauty of the opening of this piece is really what the left hand is doing. I realize the left hand, for most piano players, is not their stronger hand. However, I really feel like it's worth learning this version of the left hand because it is so nice and open and kind of like very Chopin-esque, and that always sounds so beautiful in piano music. So we're going to open up with the notes B flat, F, A. You're going to have to make a leap over to the right, over to D, and then F. So when I did this, I try to keep my fingers very nice and rounded, so I'm playing on my fingertips. That way I can maximize the space that I have in here to reach over to that D without twisting my arm. I'm just going to kind of leap sideways to D and then F. Jump back down to B flat, down to F, C, reach over to B flat, C, E flat, G, E flat, B flat. I'm going to go through all those letters once again, starting from the C. So C, going up to B flat to C, and then we're going to kind of make this sort of like be a C minor coming up and like an E flat coming down. Go over to E flat, G, E flat, B flat. Now the next phrase is nearly identical to the first one, with the exception we have a few more notes right near the end of this phrase. So it's still going to start with B flat, F, A, D, F, but then we're going to go down to E flat and D. Cross your thumb under to the C. This is going to be important to the next part. You got to do this. We reach to B flat, because after that it's going to reach down to C. We want to make sure and end this with these fingers over here. So let me do that once again. Once we get up to the F, we're going to go E flat then D with fingers 2 and 3, cross the thumb under to C, and then B flat. The one difference you have with this line from the line directly above it is that this one's going to end on C, whereas the first one ended on B flat. Here is the whole opening, just left hand. Now, when you start putting the two hands together, the right hand always comes in on beat 3. So you have beat 3, beat 4, beat 1. So if left hand's starting with beat 1, left hand's going to have 2 notes before they meet together and join in at the same time. Here are the first 2 notes from that next measure, measure 3. And coming in on beat 3. Now I'm going to play it slightly faster, so after you've practiced this a little bit more, it'll sound a little bit more like this. I really want to thank you for joining me for this tutorial today for the introduction for Peace on Earth. I'm going to continue this one hopefully very soon. We'll have the next part of it. We'll kind of do the very first verse, which is the little drummer boy theme. So make sure and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, so as soon as that video comes out, you will know right away and you can learn the next part.